Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98. I got more. Just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 412. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
I'm Jim. And I'm the intern.
Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Blake,
Yes.
welcome back from your suspension.
Thank you. I thought it was a year of tenure.
It was suspension because of how you acted towards the Harp twins at the Comic Expo. You still weren't the creepiest guy there, so that was a positive.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations.
I know Professor Number One's got a good question this week that kind of explains my, banning from the Comic Expo.
Yes, yes.
My last several weeks here. And I almost forgot my way here, but then I realized just look for the 50 pieces of Halloween flair.
Yes, we do have 50 pieces of Halloween flair in front of my house. Always adding. This year we have a skeleton wolf that howls. My kids decided to put rubber rats into its stomach. My brother asked if that was my old dog that was out there. I was like, wow. Jeez.
Man,
got
your old
brutal
fake
here.
dog?
Yes, my old robotic dog.
Yeah.
Old robotic dog. Jeff, I got a question for you.
I am ready.
Okay, you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
I did.
Okay, so BuzzFeed, where I get all my news from, they had like saddest moments in TV shows. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
And one of them was Agent Coulson dying and hugging Daisy.
Okay.
Did he die?
Yes.
Okay, how did he die?
I don't remember.
Okay, okay,
I think he got sick from something like poisoned, or I don't remember.
okay. So he died.
Does that mean he died twice? Once in the TV show and once in the movies?
Yes. And did he come back?
What do you call it?
LMD?
LMD life model duplicate or whatever of him came back.
Okay. I asked number one fan Doug this, and he thought that's what happened, but I wanted to check with you. So I was like, wait a minute, Coulson died again? What happened there? So, man, that guy just has bad luck. Supposedly Daisy Quake will be coming to the Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe. So we'll see what happens.
Same actress?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
It's a shaky return. It's not
'Cause
solid yet.
Even though it means nothing to you, Jason, we saw that, Kristen Ritter is going to be coming to the MCU, the official MCU, as Jessica Jones.
Great 5 episodes. Did they make more than that?
They did.
Oh, well, I guess I should get caught up. Took me 3 months to watch Loki, finish Loki, so.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Is she related to John Ritter?
No.
Oh,
No.
just wondering.
Same last name, though.
Oh.
Same last name. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
How about?
How about that?
Yeah. She was in Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, I think, or something?
The B, don't trust the B.
In apartment 123.
123. Which had Casper, James Vanderbeek in it, not Casper Van Dien. Of course, he could have been Cole in it, too. I would have been fine with that.
No.
So, no. Jim, what did you bring this week?
This week, we are going to try, for the first time on Toby, Oreos.
What kind?
Regular Oreos.
Oh,
The
Not
original.
the original, not double stuffed, not
mega
stuffed, not with Halloween with orange cream, which tastes the same, or not with the
Corn syrup?
Game of Thrones.
Original sugar?
How about the moon ones? Were they different?
The moon ones were the ones that tasted like the cereal, Lucky Charms.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they were any different. What do you think, Jim? Do you think we're going to like these?
I don't know. Let's try.
Okay, I'm going to try one on air. I haven't had a regular one in a long time.
That's what she said.
I'm chewing on air.
While everyone else is grabbing for cookies, we're making Jason the one chewing discuss his cookie.
1-star review.
I can already tell you that I don't like the lack of cream.
That's what she said. Yeah, the lack of cream, like the stuffing is very weak. I'm not a fan of that. You got a lot more cookie
Yeah.
than in the other ones. Like, I feel like the special flavorings,
It tastes so boring.
yeah,
It's so normal.
that's what she said.
Tastes like the cookies I eat like every day.
You eat Oreos every day?
I have a bedtime cookie.
Ooh, bedtime cookie.
You mean you guys don't do bedtime cookies? What's wrong with you people?
Not after you're married.
It's just a simple way of you said that, Jeff. I was like, yeah, I have a bedtime cookie. These are a lot more cookie than filling. Like cream, I'm not impressed.
I actually like it that way.
Really?
I like the ratio. Actually, I prefer the thins. The
Really?
ratio of cookie to cream on the thins is the right way to go.
I'm going to have to put thins on the Kroger click list this week because I've never had thins, I don't think.
I don't think I've had regular Oreos other than what's been in the ice cream that I've ate in the past year.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah, they are good when you have the whole, like you get the big chunk.
I think what these are really good for is breaking up and making a crust for your cheesecake.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good call.
They're good for dipping in milk.
It says so. Always.
Milk's favorite cookie.
Always real cocoa. Milk's favorite cookie.
My wife makes Oreo balls at Christmas time.
Those are good.
Stop it. And those are really good. Those are good.
Those aren't Oreo balls. These are Oreo balls.
I have so many Pornhub comments to make on that, but that's okay. Go ahead.
That's all I had. Jeff, you are wearing an Oomba shirt.
Yes, the shirt we got, what was that, about 5 years ago or so at Gen Con.
Yeah.
We did an interview with the guy from Oomba. And
Michael Williams.
While they were running their rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock tournament.
So they reached out to us to get interviewed. I think that was the downfall. Because they were a software company that was creating a cloud-based social network which allowed users to operate and play tournaments of any kind.
Yeah, I remember that was supposed to be big.
Yes. Founded in 2012 by Michael Williams. Let's see if they ever did anything else. They launched their own streaming site, OombaTV.tv, with deals to host Supercross, speed golfing, and boxing. I didn't know that speed golfing was a thing.
That sounds like it might make golfing enjoyable.
Did that actually include, using the carts, or did you have to run yourself?
You have to run yourself.
Well, that's why it died.
They launched in 2014 at Gen Con. So there you go. That's where we were at. They had a big thing in 2018. Michael Williams and Nolan Bushnell. Oh, yeah, we saw him too.
Yes.
Left Oomba and Xworks and took ownership of GameWorks.
Oh.
Now, we all know GameWorks.
Yes.
Well, GameWorks told us to quiet down. We were too loud once.
I think that was Jason's bachelor party.
It was. We were playing the horse racing game.
We were playing the rolling the
Steeplechase?
bowling ball thing. At the time, we were told to be quiet.
What's that?
Oh, the bowling ball thing with the X's and O's?
No.
Or the tabletop
The
football
thing where there's a
game?
big giant bowling ball that you have to roll like it's a trackball in an old video game,
Oh,
but you're rolling
on a
it
bowling alley?
on a video bowling alley. Yes.
There's your Oomba history. They're still in business. It looks like. Maybe. I don't know. So. I guess not. In 2020, TheVerge.com had an article, Inside the Spectacular Startup Failure of Oomba. I guess not.
Well,
I guess,
got the Hobie kiss of death because they told us to be quiet.
Well, Oomba, breath of silence.
we're going to put that on our website. On our Facebook page at The History of Bad Ideas. Come follow us. Join us. We appreciate it. So, Jim, how are you doing lately?
I am doing good.
I've now seen you 4 times in a week.
Are you okay?
Just over a week.
Yeah, in 8 days. 4 times in 8 days.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Okay. Kind of miss it. Kind of miss working with you. So, you got a job at your place?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay.
Cool. Brian, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
But why are you seeing him 4 times a week?
We had a hockey draft. We had a podcast. We had a party.
Yeah.
I went to a party. And then I went...
Just you.
Yeah, just me.
Just you and Jim.
Oh, there was a party in my pants, baby. And then I just saw him again. So...
Jason's
just now.
throwing a pants party.
I
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the party in my pants.
I'm going to decline. Thank you very much. So, Jeff, what have you been watching? Anything?
Ted Lasso
Oh,
season
boy.
finale.
Okay.
Nate.
Fucking Nate, man.
He is a wanker.
Okay, my question is, why does his hair get so gray? So
Really
like,
quick. Like in 2 episodes, it went from like dark
to completely gray.
Gray, yeah.
Like
Because he was worrying so much.
so much.
Stress can do that.
Well, he was under a lot of stress then.
Who is Nate?
Nate the Great
Nate the Great.
Who is he?
started out as the kit man and ended up being an assistant coach.
Okay. Thank you. How many episodes was it?
This season was 12.
Oh, okay.
So we are 22 episodes into the entire run.
Or 1 season of Arrow.
Weren't there some people complaining about the season 2 of Ted Lasso
Yes.
that I saw? Did you guys talk about that or?
I mean,
No.
Time
I
out.
mean, why were the people upset about the season 2 of Ted
Time out.
Lasso?
People on social media were upset?
Wait.
Wait a minute.
No. Were they negative?
it was,
It was mainly the Coach Beard episode.
yeah, that one, which I loved it. I thought it was great.
Well, see, what happened was they initially ordered another season of 10 shows. Then they came back and asked for 2 more after they pretty much had it written. So they wrote in a couple of standalone episodes that really had nothing to do with advancing the story.
Time fillers.
One of them was the Christmas one that everyone loved,
Yeah.
and then the Coach Beard one that was centric on Coach Beard and his wild night, which was a fun episode. But people are upset that it didn't advance the plot any because it wasn't intended to.
Have they ever watched network TV? There's like 16 out of 23 episodes that don't advance the plot.
Like flashback episodes.
Or Arrow. Every episode of Arrow.
Or The Simpsons. I mean, come on, they've been the same age since 1990.
Hey, they had a musical episode.
Who hasn't? Scrubs had one.
We did it.
Buffy the Vampire had one.
We haven't. Come on, Jeff, hit me up with some songs.
No.
Wow.
So,
Thank you.
So, Brian, how's Arrow?
It's still fucking awful. It's just garbage. Those 9 episodes are just garbage.
Have you
I-
seen any more?
No, absolutely not.
Has Ted Lasso made you a fan of European football?
No more of a fan than I
no.
was before.
Not really. I mean,
But you enjoy a show about it.
Well, yeah,
the
it's 'cause
show's
it's not about
really
football.
about football.
What is it about? Is it just about him coaching and being like super positive about
being
it?
an American coaching a European English football team?
It's about the interpersonal relationships of the people that work for and around a football team.
So like The Office, but in a sports environment.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But is Ted an American?
Ted
Yes.
is an American, yes.
Where's he coaching?
In London.
Yes. That would be a big scandalous thing, by the way.
Well, that's,
Oh, so
they pretty much addressed it at the first episode.
Oh, good.
And they pretty much... The first season is pretty much them just tearing him down for not knowing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And being an outsider and...
And a wanker.
Yeah. What's
Yes.
a wanker?
Get over the language barrier of English.
Did anyone call each other a cunt yet?
Don't think they use that word
No.
in the show.
That's the
Queen-
English version.
The Queen C
C.
word.
Yes, the Queen's version.
Yes.
Not the American version. How dare you?
I'm a little shocked that Roy hasn't.
Yeah, with all the words he does use.
Fuck!
Is anyone we know in it?
Jason Sudeikis.
Besides him?
Well, it
Hannah
depends.
Waddingham.
If you know Hannah Waddingham, she was the shame lady from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Oh,
Juno
you don't
Temple?
recognize her, by the way. No, I'm serious.
Oh, I thought you
mean,
were going to keep talking.
The shame lady in Game of Thrones. When I've seen actual photos of her doing other things, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the shame lady. Oh my goodness,
She just walk around saying
completely
shame.
different. Yeah.
Shame.
Juno Temple.
She's done a lot of things, and
Atonement.
most of them you probably don't remember.
Okay.
Let's see. She was in Dark Knight Rises.
Who is she?
She was Selena Kyle's friend at the bar when she brought in the
2
cell
minutes?
phone. Yeah,
Okay.
but that's who she was.
Gotcha. Oh, I know her.
Oh, Juno Temple.
Oh. She was Catwoman, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, she was
okay.
Catwoman.
I don't think that's Anne Hathaway in this.
Sam Richardson guest stars.
Okay, I got
a couple episodes in season 2, like the last 2 episodes, basically.
And they are making a 3rd season?
For sure, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It won all the Emmys.
Yeah, I think they won like 8 Emmys. But so what I was reading earlier is that they started Ted Lasso with the intention on it being 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. So they've got it written for 3 seasons, and they didn't expect it to be so overwhelmingly popular.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to figure out how they're going to expand it.
He goes to a Canadian team.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, he goes to
Australian.
Australian rules football.
They get promoted
Ooh,
to
I
the
like
Premier
that.
League.
I like it.
What league is he?
They're in the-
Coaching in?
And
Is
then
it
he has
Premier
to go
League, or
coach
is it-
rugby.
It was Premier League season 1, and they got relegated.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible.
And then
So they went
got
to Champions League.
they're in the Champions League, and
Which you didn't understand
Wait,
why
hold
the
on.
Champions League
You
is lower than
can't-
the Premier League.
You can't get
It does
to
make sense, yeah.
Champions League if you're relegated.
not Champions League. It's the
I thought it was the Champions League.
UEFA European League
No,
it's the one right below the Premier League,
in Britain.
table B. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
and
Yeah.
and then they are getting promoted after this season.
All right, so they finished top.
Spoiler alert.
And they
Hey!
Spoilers.
We haven't watched it.
All right,
2 seasons behind. 22 episodes behind. Give me a break. So I like that idea of Apple going, hey, you got 3 seasons, but we're going to make more.
I think it was more like the Bill Lawrence, like when when they started working on it, they had the outline for
Yeah.
3 season arc
Yeah.
of telling the story that they wanted to tell, but now it literally just exploded, and then they're like, well, maybe we can do something else.
So, Squid Game. Have you finished it, Jim?
No,
I
So-
wanted to talk Squid Game.
Well,
I
we
wrote
can talk
down
about it in a bit, but
specifically.
it's kind of the same thing. Like Squid Game, the guy that created it in South Korea, it was his. He wrote it, he directed it, he did everything. And they're like, "Do you have an idea for season 2?" And he's like, "I don't know. It took a lot out of me to do all of that."
Like he had to sell his computer just
Yes.
to, and all this stuff that I was reading about that.
But he left it open in the final episode.
Well, no.
Scene.
We'll get to that. I'll get to that. But the best part is his comment was in the interview was, well, it took a lot out of me. I don't know if I really have it in me. Like you said, sold computer. He's like, but I would definitely need some people to help me direct. I would need a writer's room. And so he was basically negotiating with Netflix during the interview, like, hey, if you want me to come back, I need this, and this.
Just like the basic stuff that you
Yeah.
would get with a TV show.
Correct.
That's right.
A typewriter.
I only planned for 1 year, and that's it. I'm not going to do any more. Well, how about this dollar amount? Okay.
Kind of like The Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We only got one movie in us.
Yeah.
You want to do 2 more?
It's like he wrote it 10 years ago or something, right? And he's
Yes.
been trying to
Yes.
get it out there and
And boom, success story.
it's crazy.
It was just funny though because it's the same thing like last because you don't know how these are going to hit, right?
Sure.
And so when he came out, he's like, "Well, I need more directors, writers, a buffet,
Craft service.
Craft
Definitely need
services.
craft service.
I need
a director's chair.
I need a megaphone.
Yeah.
I need Jason C. Brown.
I need Jason C. Brown. He mentions that. I
need some iPhone 13s to shoot them on.
everybody uses that.
Yeah.
I need some film that I can record talkies on. I need something.
Speaking of iPhone 13s used for movies, isn't there more one isn't there a more useless getaway than running down a hallway from three guys and deciding to jump up on the walls and spider leg it up?
In the commercial you're talking about?
Yeah, in the commercial, I'm like, dude, you're tackled. What the hell are you doing? That's the stupidest getaway thing ever.
I want to see that. I want to see him jump up on the wall and just get tackled and shot. The end.
I mean,
that's the movie.
Well, they obviously cut that out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to see that movie.
This is the first thing I saw when I saw that commercial. I'm like, you're a dumbass. You kick the door down, you're running down the hallway, and you decide to jump up and do the spider thing on the wall. What's the point? I don't understand. They're chasing you.
Anything else, Jeff? Anything else?
A Billion Little Things.
Million?
It's a great. If not caught up yet, we've got a
One episode behind.
great Theo episode.
Can you keep
it
your
is
comments
a
to a
great
couple
Theo
thousand on the
episode.
billion little things?
I'm just warning Jason that there's a lot of Theo in this upcoming episode.
Jim and I have talked about this off air. And we'll say it here. This may sound insensitive, but there's a reason that guy jumped off the building, right? To get away from his friends.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There's a reason. I'm out. Fuck you all. I can't do this anymore.
There's a reason that, like, over half the people in there have contemplated suicide.
I mean, this group of friends are a bunch of assholes.
It's a feel-good story?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
You're
I
going
can't.
to love Theo even more after this episode.
Does he get hit by a bus?
Not quite.
Damn it.
Should we give him any spoilers?
No spoilers. No spoilers. Did they take off work to go look for a lost dog?
No, they're not going to rerun with the same.
They lost a cat. How about a
it was
cat?
a cat. You're right.
Okay, just making sure.
They lost Theo.
Oh, really?
They've done that before too.
Yeah, it was at the parade, wasn't it? Or the walk?
protest.
The protest, yeah. I think they did it at a parade, too. They just keep losing him. Damn it, he keeps coming back. That history of the sitcom, you saying like they redid it, like this time with the cat or whatever. They were talking about Three's Company, and they said by like the 6th season, they're like, well, I think we did this in season 2. Just change a character, and we're doing the same thing.
What? I mean, they only had like 2 plots in Three's Company.
It was kind of funny. They said John Ritter would get upset because one of the reasons he left is like, didn't we do this in like season 3? They're like, we did? Okay.
We ran out of ideas. I mean,
You're not syndicated yet. People forgot about it.
100 episodes, people.
We did it when it was the Ropers. Now it's Mr.
Now it's
Furley.
Mr. Furley. And we'll just put Larry in for something.
Why did they get rid of Roper?
They originally gave him a spinoff,
Oh, okay.
and
He got fired, didn't he?
Norman Feld didn't want to do the spinoff.
Okay.
He wanted to stay on the show, but they promised him that if the spinoff doesn't get picked up or whatever, you can come back. They went ahead and renewed it for the 2nd season, then canceled it.
Oh,
Just
God.
so they wouldn't be obligated to bring him back.
So they didn't even do a 2nd season?
They might have done like a couple episodes or maybe a half a season or
Okay.
something.
I was just wondering that because, like I said, when I was watching History of Sitcom, they were, they replaced him, and they didn't really go too much into that.
Yeah, no, they wrote him off, and he wanted to come back, but they were dicks.
Sorry, we don't have room anymore.
Network dicks.
That's right.
So, in the show, Jack was gay, right?
In what show?
He
They
pretended
thought he
to
was.
be.
So he gets
Oh, they
rid of
meant
two
million
ladies.
things. I'm like,
No.
who's Jack? Three's Company? Yeah, I think he was, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And that was set in California.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have thought that was like normal back then. But apparently he had to pretend he was gay so he can shack up with 2 ladies and
Yes.
share rent.
Yes.
Well, you can't live in sin, so you're allowed to be gay and be with women, but you can't be straight and live.
It's a very
with
odd.
women.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It seems like a real throwback for California.
Who's beeping?
Well, I mean, in the 70s, that was progressive.
No, I thought that was every day.
Well, it was every day, but it's progressive for it to be on television.
Oh.
And for people who haven't seen, look up the photo of Joyce DeWitt when she was on Battle of the Network Stars.
Oh.
Why?
Is she wet?
It's pretty nice.
Can you pull it up while we speak
She might
on a Hobie break?
have a lot bigger breastises than you would think in the show.
Yeah. See, I thought she was actually cuter than Suzanne Summers. for a while, and then something happened to her. I don't know what it was. Maybe she changed her hair.
Suzanne
Like her
Summers
anymore.
left. That's what happened.
And Suzanne Summers
she
left.
wasn't standing next to Suzanne Summers
And then
anymore.
then to replace Suzanne Summers, they had to get 2 blondes.
I
One
thought same.
smart one and one stupid one.
Well, they brought in somebody temporarily who was terrible, and then they brought in Priscilla Barnes after that.
That's why we keep Blake around. Jeff looks really good next to him.
I know.
Sweet.
You look damn sexy today, Jeff.
Yeah.
In your Oomba shirt.
That is a good picture of
Let me
Joyce DeWitt.
That's right.
Hello.
There you go. That's some good podcasting.
Fortunately, it's just black and white.
That's right.
So
Blake, what do you watch?
Fortunately.
Anything you want to talk about real quick?
Squid Game. I did that on my hiatus, and I liked it.
Yeah. I did think the last episode kind of went a little long.
Yeah.
I paused it. I was like, oh my God, there's 28 minutes still left. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We're not going to spoil it because it's still being caught up on. But
I can speak in general terms.
I think the final game was amazing how they shot it. The cinematography.
Yeah.
I thought.
there it is in color.
What? Squid Game? Oh, the picture.
Joyce.
Joyce DeWitt in color.
I thought the story at that last part was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well done.
Well, when they were down to 3.
Yeah,
All
we'll do
right.
3.
So, as you go along, you realize certain characters have plot armor.
Yeah.
And you can see one of the 2 plot twists. All right, there's 2 plot twists in Squid Game, right? You can see one of the twists coming.
Yeah.
It's very, very evident. The other one took me by surprise. And when they showed it in the final episode, I was like, what?
Yes,
And
I agree.
then you go back and you read all the clues and
Yep.
the sleuths that people have spent time on this. And when you go back and you look at the clues, you're like, oh my God, that is so true. I was
Yeah.
like, but if you're not seeing that twist coming, you'll never recognize those
Correct.
clues and what it means. And so I thought that was a great plot twist at the very end. But the other one you could see, I was like, I could see that a mile away. It was coming, and then it verified it. And when they finally showed it, it was like, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that one was not the greatest thing, but it was fine. It was no big deal.
What about the shock value in regards to Squid Game? Like, for example, I know some friends that have teenage kids, and they started watching it with teenage kids, and then they censored it,
Okay.
as in, you're not going to watch this anymore, all that kind of stuff. And so I thought about it, and I was initially shocked in regards to red light, green light, right? And it was shocking. I was sitting there thinking, why is this so shocking and so, controversial for a lot of people? Like, oh my God, it's so violent. But like, I sit there and I look at it. And I was like, if you compare it to any other action movie, especially any normal flick in the States, there's just as much gunshot and bloodshed that you see in any other movie.
I did not think
And
it
I
was
was
that
thinking
shocking.
maybe it was because of the stigma of tying it to children's games and the violence that results in the children's games that they play.
I think that's the reason.
And that's why it's so disturbing psychologically to a number of people.
So, did one of you guys post that thing about the translation differences?
I did.
Okay, you
And
did.
I'm interested in that because,
I read that, and there was a lot of little nuances.
True. No, I liked it. I liked that story mostly because I sat down and I said, "Do I want the subtitle or do I just want the Jackie Chan horrible dubbing?" I said,
I
"You
did
know
the
what?
dubbing.
Just give me the dubbing. I'll get it takes 10 minutes to get used to it." And that way I'm not going to read it because I want to focus on the screen and the characters. And, don't get me wrong, I like subtitles, but, that takes effort. But speaking several languages, background, I found it very interesting that people are just coming out, and especially with the Korean translation, saying, hey, this is abysmal. And I can understand that because when I look at things in regards to Spanish or Italian, I could tell if they actually had a native speaker do some translation or do some written word for them, or did they go to Google Translate and throw this shit in to save money? And here you go.
They did.
And so I was wondering how they got the translations. So, but when you're dubbed, you do miss specific things that you don't get in the actual original version of it. They say, for example, the main female protagonist, when she's speaking to her son, she's North Korean. She actually switches up accents.
Yes.
For Koreans. so when she's talking to different people and all that kind of fun stuff. So I was like, well, that's, those kind of nuances I'm willing to sacrifice for a good, whatever. But yeah, the literal translation, sometimes when people, when they go, hey, I go to that Babylon, I'm like, you really don't know what you're saying. Mm-hmm. You're just a programmed response to something else that is a question or whatever. If you veer left or right of that dialogue or sentence, you don't understand what the hell people are saying.
Yeah.
Which is why, so when I saw that article, I was like, oh, this is great. And then I read that Korean lady where she goes through and says, this is wrong. She goes through several instances, and I'm like, I wonder if those cheap bastards went to go, Google Translate, because that's what happens when people come to me with Spanish or Italian.
Yeah.
Hey, what about this? I'm like, no.
What was we won't tell what happened. What was your favorite game?
Ooh, I'll tell you what. Oh, God, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Okay.
When they had to pair up.
Oh,
and
okay.
then that curveball that comes in, and you're just like, holy shit.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep. Oh. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the one after that with Glass.
Man, and they had some good spins on that one, too.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here, you're watching, I was like, oh, my gosh.
That was...
This is...
Because I kept counting okay, how's this person going to get by? Because they're numbered whatever, like in the middle of the pack. I'm like, how do they get by?
Yeah. And you're given bibs. They're given bibs 1 through 16. Nope. And you're like, pick a bib. And you're like, oh, man. So you start going through that psychological.
Yep.
And they show him thinking, well, do I go this high?
Yep.
Do I go high? Do I get low? Do I go in the middle? And while he's trying to make that up, somebody else steps in. They give him a background story, and they end up switching, bibs.
Yeah.
But, I could have definitely seen, how I would have approached that, especially when you get stuck in the middle.
Yep.
And it's like, how do you go from there?
Yeah.
And then I sat there and I said, how are they going to remember if you're not paying attention?
Correct.
And you screw up, and it happens.
Yes.
You're like, oh, shit. I'm like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then as the contestants pair down, I saw the tiles on the wall. So if you're watching it, try and see the tiles on the wall when they start removing the bunks of the players.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy shit. And every time they would go to a character scene and dialogue, I'm trying to see if there's a game that hasn't been played yet that's on the tile.
I kept looking, and I'm like, wait, I think I've seen that one. Wait, no, I haven't. No, I don't know.
Is that one? I don't know.
Now, overall, though, I think they stuck the landing really well.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job.
Yeah. Now, when I was, on probation there, I was listening to you guys and stuff, and you did talk about that episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I did watch it and I went through 2, and I'm like, yeah, I agree with what your assessment was. It's like, why do you go do that? But then I kind of understand, I was like, well, I can almost sit there and say that you could have done flashback for some of these characters to get the episode 2 thing on the motivations of why they're there. In getting lured into this without realizing, it's a life or death game situation.
Correct.
But I was like, yeah, okay. But as soon as you get that over that hump and you're back in,
once you're in,
you're back in and you're all full go again. And the stuff that happens is, keeps you going
nuts.
Yeah, keeps you going nuts. And I love reading the theories about. In regards to people's deaths and the clues and all that kind of stuff. And then I look back and I was like, wow, that was really good.
It was really well done, the little details that you don't notice right away.
He did. And again, it's like one of those good series, like we were joking about the evil network television that, Jeff, you were talking about. Yeah. You would never get this on network television. They would look at it and say, fuck no.
9 episodes? No, it's going to be 32.
Yeah, exactly.
And a TV Christmas special.
And when they're saying, hey, I don't want to do a season 2, because you got something that's really good, just leave it. Like maybe with WandaVision.
Yep.
They just say, well, there's just too much money on the table, and I would be satisfied that he just left it at that.
Jim, you saw WandaVision, right?
Yes.
Did you see they're giving The Witch a spinoff?
Yes.
Jeff, what do you think about that?
Giving the witch.
I can't think of her name. It's
Agatha Harkness.
Thank you, Agatha.
Is portrayed by
what do you
Catherine
think?
Hahn.
She's great.
Yeah. Oh, I love it because I want to see more of Catherine Hahn.
Okay.
That character.
Yeah, she was great in it.
Brian?
Nope.
No. I was going to say go to you next. What did you watch?
Besides Ted Lasso, what have we watched? We watched the Rookie.
We haven't even started the season.
I'm caught up on the Rookie.
Yeah, another good episode.
How many seasons of The Rookie are out there?
3.
Third season.
This is the third.
He's still a rookie?
No, he is not.
They hired a new rookie.
They hire new rookies?
They do have a new
Okay.
rookie.
All right.
It's a very interesting story with him too. I'm really intrigued by that.
Yes.
What else did we watch?
Didn't they have a rookie at the end of the second season that quit after like one day?
Yes.
They had 2 of them. One was military, and then the other guy was just like, I'm out.
Well, one was the girl.
The girl, yeah.
Who was coming back from military, and
Then the other guy was like halfway, like his face in it. And
But then he realized this was Gotham City and didn't want to be on that police force.
Sir, we've had 8 cops killed today. Well, I'm out.
no, then they had the racist Superman.
That means I'm getting promoted.
Oh, they did have Brandon Routh.
Yes.
Is that better or worse than a bisexual Superman? Because according to people online, this is blasphemous.
You mean Superboy?
So, it's Superman now. He's taking over Superman mantle.
So Superman's son, who's now Superman.
Yes. Superman, Clark Kent and Lois Lane got together, which Mallrats said was not feasible because the sperm would kill her. But that boy is now Superman in, I guess, another world. I don't know.
Jonathan Kent?
Yes, Jonathan Kent.
Was he ever Superboy? Because
He was in Titans on a different Earth. I think the main Earth one. Man.
yeah.
I don't know. There's like 1,000 or 52 Earths.
Okay, so it's not Kal-El Clark Kent.
But we don't know. No. It's Kal-El 5. The 5th Kal-El is what they said. I don't know what. I haven't followed it in a long time. But people are upset.
El Cinco.
But I'm like, it's not like they're changing like a character that's been around from the 30s to do this.
Correct. It's not like Clark Kent came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's his son. Yeah. Who took over the mantle.
Yeah, why do people care about character sexualities anyway?
Well, I think they're doing it
Because they're
go-
shoving it down your throat, Blake.
Unless they're going to do the romance thing, then whatever.
They are.
Okay, that's fine. You're going to go down that alley. That's
They are.
fine. Otherwise, who gives a shit?
Well, I think they're trying to.
I mean, I'm not trying to belittle it. I'm saying it shouldn't matter to anybody.
I think the issue is that Marvel and DC are like, hey, like we've talked about on the show, this was written in the 1950s and 60s by white men, and we're trying to diversify and bring in a different audience, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
you
but
should update.
But those writers have always been very progressive.
Oh, they have.
They have been.
You know,
The
so
comic book-
why is this so surprise to anybody?
Because people don't realize it.
Because they're expanding their market to other people
Yeah.
that wouldn't otherwise be interested.
What did I see? Like, it seems like the more diehard you might get into a fandom, the least likely you are to realize that you're the person that they're talking against. like Star Wars and like people talking about, oh my god, I can't believe they're like putting this in Star Wars. I'm like, dude, it's always been in Star Wars. The evil people were representing Nazis. You know, they had stormtroopers for crying out loud. How obvious does it need to be?
I don't see it. They wear white. Nazis wore gray and khaki.
Christoph Waltz was in Star Wars. I mean, come on. I see you. So, Jim, you're saying the racist Superman is worse.
What?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anytime you get Dean Cain upset, you got a problem on your hands.
Is he upset?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Why
good for
should
him.
he even care? That's my question.
Because he was Superman.
So?
And
He's the end-all Superman.
No, I mean, how many Superman have been after him?
He doesn't.
Why does he care?
He doesn't
He shouldn't
think
care.
that it's brave or what was his quote? It's not brave or I don't know, some dumb shit. Fucking Dean Cain, go away.
There you go.
Go back to Hallmark.
And no one said they're like trying to be brave. They're just trying to show, you know, what word am I
Expansive.
look-
Yeah.
Timothy
No,
Drake's bisexual in it.
What?
Yeah, Timothy Drake.
Oh, now come on! Now
Yep.
they're crossing the line.
Robin is, well, now Red Robin. Which I have a bigger issue with his name being Red Robin.
Yum.
He's never can sneak up on somebody. He always has to say yum.
Yum.
So
Red
here
Yum, 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 yum,
is
yum, yum.
And he smells
Dean
like burger and
Cain's comment on it.
All right, what's he got to say?
They say it's a bold new direction, and I say they are bandwagoning. Let's
so
see.
his
Who's really
issue
shocked
is-
about that one? The new Captain America is gay. My daughter in the CW series Supergirl, where I played the father, was gay. So I don't think it's bold or brave or some crazy new direction. If they had done this 20 years ago, perhaps.
Well, I can see his point there, but why should it bother him anyways?
Yeah, but that's the whole point, though, is that you shouldn't have to do this for a stunt or to be brave. You're doing it to show that this is everyday life.
And that's what DC said.
It's there. This is how people are. These people exist, and we haven't shown them anywhere near as much as they actually exist in reality.
I'll be honest, this might be the most interesting thing about Superman in the last 50 years.
It's true.
Got us talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're actually interested in Superman, huh?
But Timothy Drake's bisexual. Can't we just have one? It's enough.
Well, does that mean Jonathan Kent and Timothy Drake were going to have a relationship?
No, Jonathan Kent already has a relationship with somebody else. Reporter.
Oh, just like his dad.
I think
or
they
his
have
mom.
I think they
whichever-
have a type. But he's unemployed because there's nobody that writes newspapers anymore.
Because newspapers don't actually exist anymore.
What are you doing? Newspaper reporter. Oh, so you have no job now?
No.
I work at the supermarket.
Oh.
Go ahead, Blake, or what's your name? Jim.
I want to talk about good old Dave Chappelle getting canceled.
Oh, it's your fault.
His comment at the sold-out show in L.A. when he's like, well, if this is getting canceled, you can cancel me all the time.
Yeah, wasn't I was seeing the Rotten Tomatoes score. The critics gave him like 30%, and the audience gave him 97.
Yeah.
How much was the critics?
It's like 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. Anybody watch it?
I'll watch it because I like Dave Chappelle.
I like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
He's neighbors with Irene Bedard.
I did watch it.
Not literally.
I'm about to say,
Did you like it?
Irene Bedard lives in Yellow Springs, too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. She lives there?
Yeah.
I've been to Yellow Springs. I didn't see him.
No, I didn't
But I
see
looked
him
for
either.
him.
I did too. Go ahead, Brian.
It was pretty much standard Dave Chappelle. I mean, it was the content sure was it's what you'd expect from Chappelle.
Yeah.
Like it was his last Netflix series or his last contracted special through them. And I mean,
Oh, so he's done now, technically?
Yeah,
He's a
that's
free
his
agent?
Final,
yeah, that was his final.
performance.
So you know Netflix is going to come out. Yeah, we're canceling him.
No,
they're-
they stood up and
They're
said they
defending
won't.
him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for Netflix.
Oh my goodness, defending somebody that's offensive.
I will say
My
Netflix
goodness.
is pretty good about that. We had talked about that last year. I think something else happened like that, and they stood up for them. So good for them. Anything else, Jim?
Well, he's gonna press the buttons that gets him press and then gets him in the people to talk about him. But he has a point about cancel culture and that kind of stuff, which is why I like him too. So
He has enough money. He doesn't give a shit.
and that helps.
But Netflix did remove the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons episode of Community
Why?
because of the
Ken
supposed
Jeong.
blackface.
Ken Jeong dresses up as
A
Drizzt,
drow elf?
as a drow elf. And since he was technically in blackface,
That makes me upset.
That Ken Jeong dressed up as a dragon.
No, that they would cancel it because they don't understand what a drow elf is.
Well, that's exactly what they did.
Weren't you just talking about the fandom and this is who they preach against? Blake, you have become one of them. What is a Drell elf?
Drow elf is a subterranean elf, and they are in darker skin color than
they are like obsidian.
Elves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When,
the
when
elves
you
on
say
top
they are
of the-
black, they are black,
No.
Yeah.
not shades of brown.
Brian and I must have skipped that level in the game.
See,
Yeah,
that's because you speed play.
That's right. When you go straight to the dragon after the
We do.
dungeon,
You
miss the good
drought.
stuff.
Brian, you want to come over this weekend? We'll play the layers level or something. See the obsidian people.
No, that sounds terrible.
Okay. Want to go beat some dragons though?
Again? I know. I guess.
Yeah. Anyways. Anything else?
Yet
Jim?
you enjoy what was that?
Small
game we
World?
played? Small World.
I do like Small World. I like Lost Woods.
I just get upset at censorship. I don't like censorship. The only censorship I approve of is parental. That's it. But about everything else, and when they do things like the episode of Community that you're talking about, or other things that people I just have a really big problem on that kind of stuff. But sorry to kill the tone. All right, yes. Anyways, what?
Jim?
Yeah.
And then the other thing we'll talk about the NFL. And
Oh yeah, let's talk about more censorship. And cancel
they
culture.
have an entire investigation into Daniel Snyder and the Redskins and the culture there and what they got out of it. They fired John Gruden.
He stepped down officially.
He did. He resigned.
Did you see the meme today? They have Urban Meyer on our phone on a phone, and he's talking to the commissioner. He's like, "Yeah, I know what I did wasn't right, but did you hear about John Gruden? Let me tell you some stuff."
Well, here's what surprises me is that these emails that he sent were to Bruce Allen.
Yes.
And then after all these years, like Bruce Allen's like, what's he do? You keep him on the server, you keep him safe, you don't delete them.
Why are you emailing this shit?
What did Bruce Allen email back?
It's
Why
bad
is Bruce
enough.
Allen in trouble
It's
too?
bad enough you're saying this shit, but why are you emailing? That's record. That's a record.
Don't send it to a business account either.
But 12 years ago, it was okay.
12
Oh
years
no!
But hold on.
Come on. You were
Nobody was
allowed
getting
to
in trouble
use
with
that
Yes.
homophobic slur 12 years ago without repercussions.
Oh yeah, and that yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But the problem is some of
doesn't
these
mean
emails
right.
were sent 2 years ago.
Well, okay.
2018. Jeez.
But how many personal
Three.
how many personal conversations do you get really raw and offensive with somebody that you know? Not to be ism or idgist.
But
or
do you
whatever.
email them it?
But you no.
See?
True. You don't put it in writing, but just to be funny or shocking or something like that between very good people, friends that you're friends with, and stuff.
And you don't record it on podcasts because you will never get Jeopardy.
How many times have we had cut stuff for Blake?
Yeah. But I
He dressed up like a druid elf, and we had to cut that.
But hold on, I self-censored myself.
Oh, yes, you did.
There you go.
You dressed up as a obsidian druid
Drow
elf.
elf.
Drow elf, and we had to cut that episode. Thanks, Blake.
I know. Sorry.
That's why you were out 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. You really got the buttons going today.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
Buttons.
Yeah, but
Talking about my butt?
But you're right. It is interesting. An investigation on a team and somebody else, and somebody not affiliated with them is taking the fall right now. So then, what's coming is basically my next question.
That's what she said.
Well, I'm still looking for those videos of the naked cheerleaders that they took for
The Redskins.
Dan Schneider.
That's
Yeah.
right. They don't exist unless I get to see them.
He's a creepy man, isn't he?
Oh, he's a piece of trash.
NFL would be much better if he was not affiliated with it.
Moving on. We had. What is your favorite Twitter poll of the week at Bad Ideas
My
Podcast?
favorite Twitter poll of the
Favorite
week?
Twitter poll.
Let's
You can only give us 4?
What is your favorite Daniel Craig Bond film? We had Casino Royale, Skyfall, Quantum of Solace, and Spectre.
Did only 10 people vote on this?
No, we actually had multiples of 10s.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a pretty decent number. I was kind of surprised because so this result was the same at 10 as it was at 50. So it just went with the thing. In last place, Spectre was 0%.
Not a single person on the poll thought Spectre was the best.
I've yet to. That's the last one, right?
Yes.
I've yet to
the
see
one
that
with
one.
Christoph Waltz, which that alone makes it better than Quantum of Solace.
Third place, Quantum of Solace with 10%. That was not a good one. Not a good one.
And it was what, Javier Bardem?
No.
He was in Skyfall.
Okay, it's good. Who was the bad guy in Quantum of Solace?
Mr. Green? I mean, I'm not
Michael
even
McKean?
I'm not even sure that. I don't
Who's
even remember
Mr.
who.
Green in Reservoir Dogs?
Jeff, I want to see Michael McKean now as the villain in Bond.
You bring that up.
Uh-huh.
I saw someplace some about Clue popped up, and it had a link to the original trailer. Mm-hmm. So I watched the trailer, and there was like a line in there. I'm like, I don't remember that in the movie, and I've seen the movie a lot. And I'm trying to think, did I just forget this line?
What's the line?
Wadsworth slapped Mr. Green, and he goes, "Why are you screaming?" He goes, "Because I'm scared." "What are you scared of?" He goes, "Screaming."
I don't think I've
Something
ever seen that.
And I'm like, I don't remember that line.
No. She just wouldn't shut up. you wouldn't stop
Would
streaming.
you stop that?
No. And winning 50% to 40%, Skyfall beat Casino Royale. That's a tough one. I don't know about that.
Skyfall.
What's the
Personally,
better?
I'd go Casino Royale, but I understand why people like Skyfall.
Has anyone seen the new Bond?
No, not yet.
Kevin has.
Yes, we got a review for that, but anyone else here?
Not yet.
It's interesting because I've listened to some critics and I've listened to some people talk about having seen it, and it's weird. It seems that people either loved it or hated it.
So pretty much like any Bond film.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's also like people either love it or hate it. What's the other thing we're going to talk about later?
TikTok?
No, not TikTok.
Venom?
Rocky 4.
2.5 Men?
No.
Pete Rose?
I had it written
Fuck
down somewhere.
him.
I'll find it later. It's the same thing. Either people love it or hate it. Oh, it's like the Dune,
Oh, dude.
sequels or the other stuff, and it's like same thing with the Star Wars. People are going to love it or hate it because there's too much, too many strong opinions that you have about
One
it.
way
And
or
if they
another.
don't go one way or the other, then you get irritated. Same thing with like Dean Cain and his Superman take.
It looks like Mr. Green was played by Matthew Amalric.
In
Oh, Matt. Okay.
Skyfall? Or no,
No,
I'm
in
sorry.
Quantum of Solace. That's what he looks like. Like, I don't know him from anything
Well,
else.
he looks intimidating for Bond.
Oh, yeah, Matt. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that guy. I've seen him before.
Oh, he bags my groceries.
And his
Rob?
first name is Mathieu.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Matthew.
Machu.
Machewy. Machu. Good bless you.
Box office news: The Many Saints of Newark.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. People either love it or hate it.
It's a long
like
reach
no
to
in
go
between.
back to it.
Well, I couldn't read my own chicken scratch writing.
Okay, Jeff, let's do some listener feedback.
All right. Mathieu is best known for The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Munich, and Quantum of Solace.
Yeah, Munich. I totally recognize him from Munich.
He was that one guy in the background. Yo.
He was one of them guys with the guns.
Are you a Nazi? Yep. Bam. Okay.
No.
Done. And now listener feedback with
Time
Blake.
for some bomb listener feedback. Sponsored by.
Wow. I haven't heard a
People?
crisp snap of a page like that in weeks.
That's right. Nobody can snap it like I can.
That's what she said.
People that can be fans of rival sports franchises, as in fans of both rival sports. Right?
What are you talking about?
Blah, 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 blah.
Are you having a
People
stroke?
that can be fans of two rival sports franchises at the
Saying
same time.
you can be a fan of the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Oh, kind of like John
Yes.
Cusack.
Or you can be
No,
or Yankee.
well,
What I'm talking about, Yankees
Same
and Mets,
city. Or
White Sox and
White
Cubs.
Sox and Cubs.
Cubs.
Yes.
You can like them both.
Yeah,
They got on John Cusack, guy from Bleacher Report, I think.
Barstool.
Barstool,
Of course.
And Cusack basically just took
Yeah,
him down.
he was actually pretty decent about it too. He's like, "Hey, look, man, I grew up on both sides. I'm
What's
a fan of both
What's
teams."
funny is
So they're not
that
necessarily rivals. I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, it's just
Then
funny
if
to me.
you're in Chicago, though, there is a big. I'm sorry.
I haven't been interrupted in so long. I love it.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I interrupted you. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, I love it.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
That's what
I
she
thought I was
said.
interrupting Jeff.
Punching you doesn't look so bad.
But I'm just saying here locally, we've got two big college basketball programs.
Yeah.
And when they don't play each other, I root for both of them.
Now Jim may have an opposite opinion of that.
He doesn't.
No.
Oh, good.
Because if you, as a Xavier fan,
Yeah.
when we play UC, I want them to be as high ranked as they possibly can because it makes Xavier look better. It's a better win. It's not a bad loss if the team's good.
That's right.
I mean, it's good for the city and the community if at least one of the teams is doing good, if not both of them.
Correct. That's why I always joke about you should root for Michigan, because when the Buckeyes beat them, it's a better win. Or same thing. Since I'm a transplant here in Southwest Ohio, I never understood why so many people are anti-Ohio State Buckeye but so pro Bearcat when you should be cheering for both.
I don't like
Well, see, we met too many Buckeye fans.
Yes,
and
too
they
many.
make
Well, I agree,
It's tough
but
to-
every franchise has Every
I'll be
franchise
honest,
has
we
a
have
number
one
of
too many in
annoying
this room right
fans.
now.
And even Steeler fans in Ohio, especially Steeler fans in Cincinnati, for example.
Oh, fuck them.
So many of them. But, in Chicago, there is a big whole thing about South Side and West Side, Central. So
John Cusack is the one guy I would not try to go against in an argument. I feel like he might shoot you or just talk down to you.
I mean, John Cusack played a White Sox in the movies.
Exactly.
Brian, please.
No, what I was saying was it's just funny because this is a Barstool Sports thing. The guy is from Chicago and doesn't like Cusack rooting for both teams. So
Because he's a diehard White Sox fan.
yes, and he confronts him about it, and Cusack basically owns him and puts him in his place. But Barstool
Politely.
is
In a gentleman manner, right?
pretty much, yeah. But it's funny because Barstool's like running with it and like publishing it, and it makes them look like shit, which is great because they are shit. So
I like that. I like that. They're trying to make this controversy, and it was just like the Dean Cain thing.
Right.
Why?
Why? Yeah. Like,
why are you
it's-
making this controversy?
right, yeah.
You can't root for both teams. That affects me not at all.
Yeah.
But it was easier for me to come here and root for the Reds because I'm like, okay, there's my National League team.
Yeah.
And then, coming from the north, saying, all right, the Indians or now Guardians, are my northern team. And they're in two different, leagues, which makes it a heck of a lot easier.
Much easier to be
for me to
able
root for it.
Exactly.
And, an I-71 series would be, awesome because I, would cut a jersey and sew it in half. So I got, one half Reds, one half, Cleveland Indians or whatever. But, but when it comes down to it, I was like, I understand. It took me a while to get on the Bengals bandwagon. I'm not fully on the bandwagon for the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow, but you know what? I've come to love the Bengals, and it's good for the town that I live in if they're winning because the atmosphere is a hell of a lot better. Mm-hmm. And when the Browns beat them, like you said, it's better for us. And anytime they beat the fucking Ravens, the fucking shitbirds, and the Steelers, it makes me feel good.
I can understand. Yeah, with the Browns and Bengals, they're in the same division, so there's going to be
That's
animosity.
much more difficult
between the Guardians now and the Reds. I mean, they're different leagues. They only see each other when they play the interleague game.
Battle of Ohio for 5 games,
which they need to get rid of the interleagues altogether, in my opinion. Or the World Series, which
Get rid of the World Series?
let's get rid of no.
Hey, Blake, welcome back.
nice.
Well, speaking of the World Series,
Can we get to the questions?
And here we go. Yes. Who's your pick for the World Series? This first question comes from
Number 1 fan, can't give yourself a nickname. Number 7, 8 hands.
Otherwise known
Big D, Dad, Doug.
Yes.
Are you trying to speed things up?
Nope,
Jason?
not at all.
Yeah, he wants to know who's your pick for the to win the World Series this year.
Jeff,
Who I want or who I think?
both.
who do you think's going to win?
I think the Giants will win. Mm-hmm. I want Tampa Bay to win.
They
They're
can't.
eliminated.
They were eliminated last night.
Too late.
Last night, yeah.
Okay, I missed something. I thought.
It's a 5-game series.
Oh, I thought
They
I saw-
lost last night 3-1.
Well, I thought I saw something like they came back. So
Sorry,
apparently,
the
they didn't.
LDS.
Commissioners didn't like the outcome. Play again. So
I thought they
San
pulled out
Fran.
the win yesterday. So San Fran, I guess, is who I am now cheering for
Blake, go ahead.
because nobody else in the American League I want to win.
I want the San Francisco Reds to win. Their pitching staff,
Yeah.
former Reds.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I didn't know
weird.
you're a Red Sox fan.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I say, you know what? If
Anyways,
if
I
my-
want the Giants to win, and actually, I'm thinking the Giants are going to win. I wouldn't mind Milwaukee. They're National League Central, and you know what? I'm just happy St. Louis isn't in it, so fuck them. I don't want the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't dislike Milwaukee or dislike Atlanta, but I'd rather the Giants win.
I was
The
hoping
Brewers are out.
Never mind.
the Brewers are out.
Braves won 5-4 today.
Okay, so I'm rooting for the Giants,
ahead.
and then did the White Sox? They're eliminated now, aren't they? They lost
Yes.
today.
White Sox are out. Astros advance.
Yeah, the best part is we were watching that today, and Altuve, the short little guy, he got hit by a pitch. I've never seen a crowd go so ballistic excited because the whole Chicago crowd was just going nuts for him because he came up, they were booing the shit out of the cheater, and then he gets hit, and they were just cheering the shit out of him. that he got hit. So, but then it didn't work out.
What's up with Craig Counsell pulling his starter after 4 innings yesterday? He's given up like 1 hit. He's at 57 pitches.
Yeah.
They needed a bat.
Oh,
I mean, they pinch hit for him. It didn't like he come out in the middle of the inning.
yeah, they pinch hit for him, and
I disagree with the move, but
then
Is that why
the
they're
guy they
going-
brought in immediately gave up 3 runs that next inning, and the game was 3-0.
Is that why they were switching pitchers so rapidly? Because anytime the pitcher came up, they were trying to pinch it for him.
probably.
Yeah,
Brian, I will say, I think your Boston team actually might do it. They look pretty darn sharp.
Yeah, they're
getting
they're
hot.
playing tough right now.
Yeah, they're playing.
I wouldn't mind seeing them in the Braves.
I wouldn't mind seeing.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
no,
just
can't
want an
do
old
that.
Boston Braves and Boston Red Sox series, huh? Yeah.
I'm hoping the Reds play the Indians.
I'm cheering.
Guardians.
They're the Indians this year.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Blake. What else you got?
I say, if it's not my team, who cares? As long as it's not California or New York or Florida, I'll root for them.
Or any of the teams left.
Or hold on,
Or Chicago,
the Astros,
or St. Louis,
or the Braves
Houston,
because they beat the
Texas,
Indians in the World Series, or the Astros because they're cheaters. They were showing the Astros locker room, and I was like, "Hey, did they take off all their little buzzers before they started celebrating?"
No, never happened. Never happened. They did interview Dusty Baker today. That was always a pleasure.
Dusty.
I'm rooting for the Canadian teams.
Yeah, there you go. It's football season, anyways. Who
Tampa
cares?
next year.
Who
Might be
cares
the Rays
about
next
World
year.
Series?
Hey, tomorrow NHL season starts.
Tonight,
Oh yeah, there's a 1 game.
there is 1 game tonight.
Yep.
None of them are on my fantasy team.
Next one is. Oh yeah. I haven't had to go to this place in a long time. Oh God. This is Jeff room.
There was only 1 V in that.
This is his voice, not yours.
Bound, cheeky bound.
Jeff.
I do not like this at all.
How do
Cheeky bound, bound.
we
Oh.
come
Oh, yeah.
bat coops
Is Jason reading this?
like in Myanmar?
I think that's Coos.
I'm doing it. I'm
Nothing gets me
impersonating.
hotter than Coos.
Oh, you know
How
what
about
I
you?
should have said? I should have said. Never mind.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
We don't.
I was going to say, my name's Jason Brigger. Jeff room. How do we combat coops like in Myanmar?
That's a good impersonation.
He did say I'm Jason.
Exactly.
I'm about to say, by we, I'm assuming he
Gummy
means
bears,
me and
gummy
he,
bears.
and we
You
don't.
and Nick?
We,
Like, how do you and
How
him
we
do it?
Combat coups. We really don't. I mean, we talk on. You send in
Questions
emails, or tweets, and then I read. Blake reads them on the air, and I. Comment. I don't know how we can save Myanmar by doing that.
The only thing we were missing was Nick Albright porn music, like we used to back in the day.
Oh, that's not porn music.
That's a scary mask, by the way.
Oh, is this your first time seeing it?
Yes, in person. I mean, I saw it in a picture and I was disturbed, but
I'm
in
wearing
person it's worse.
I'm wearing it Halloween night.
Dude, you're going to scare all the kids.
I know. I'm pretty excited.
Nobody's going to come back to your house for candy.
I know. It's amazing.
That's my plan.
I get to put up all the decorations, and people won't come to my house.
Yep.
It's
Save all that money.
win-win.
Save all that money on candy.
So,
What else we got?
From 40 going on 14.
Hey!
Thanks, guys, for sticking me with Cinderella.
That was the greatest thing ever. Hey, you're doing Starsky and Hutch. We did it. What are we doing? Cinderella.
Can I say the original Cinderella? Just for a quick comment, the actual Cinderella story is like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
All of it's the cat and mouse bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the bippity boppity booing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And building a dress.
It's crazy.
And Jacques and Gus going.
Yeah. But, classic Disney. Yeah. It's good stuff. I mean, they did have that warning because there was cigar smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you still watched it?
Oh, I loved it. Because I watched the new Cinderella first. And for fuck's sake.
Spoilers on 40 going
Yeah,
on 40.
go listen to 40 going on 14.
So the live action not worth it, huh?
Anyways,
Yes.
40 going on 14 actually gives us a good one. That's not New Cinderella. If you could have one power that was super mundane, what would it be? Like making the green light every time.
Like making the green light
Like
every
making
time.
the green light every time, or always finding a parking spot on your first try. I guess this is coming from 40 going on 14.
Yep.
I don't know who'd it come from.
Don't know.
It says mine would always be finding $10 in an old jeans jacket.
Old jeans / jacket.
Jeans or
or
jacket. Yeah.
And Doug even responded.
Now, Big D already responded. He said, whatever line I was in, that would be the fastest.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
Mine would be kind of like Bruce Almighty, like no traffic. Just see ya. Wide open roads.
Parts whenever you come by.
Yep.
I thought it would be perfect impressions.
I already got that. Michael Caine. You've been gone for a couple weeks. I think you don't understand how good I've been. So, Michael Caine.
Who's that?
Ross Marquand has told me that next to him, I'm the next best impressionist that he's ever heard.
No, he hasn't.
Impressionator.
He didn't say that at all.
Yes.
Jim, super mundane.
My super mundane power would be every time I go to a fast food restaurant, my order is always correct.
Whoa.
I thought you were going to say supersized.
No.
Oh.
And the ice cream machine works.
Whoa.
Just don't go to McDonald's.
So I will say, for the first time in a year, I ordered ice cream from McDonald's, and it was correct and delicious.
Ooh.
Just the other night.
Huh?
Just the other night. What's your super mundane, Brian?
When I'm talking and I don't get interrupted.
Well, that's been happening for the past couple of weeks.
No, I'm saying
Wait.
if
Sorry.
That wasn't me, by the way.
a girl can dream.
Jeff?
I don't know. Yours are so good. The only thing I could think of was supernumerate.
What?
Be able to figure out large quantities of items just by looking at them.
Like,
I would win the.
how many
guess
jelly beans are it?
Yeah.
How many jelly beans? Or how
You
many
would win a
marbles
lot
in
of-
I
jar?
would win all of those.
He would win a lot of $5 gift cards.
That's a pretty good one, though.
I came up with 3. I couldn't pick one. Why don't you pick one for me?
2.
No, 3.
Okay.
The first one is never get a hangover.
All right.
The second one is turn water into wine. And the final one was always find the G-spot.
Your wife is so lucky.
Now, I will say,
You're getting the first one.
I will say, never getting a hangover is not super mundane.
Jeff was going to say, I can find your wife's G-spot.
I was thinking in my younger
Wow.
years. In my younger years. Is
He
when
didn't
it came to
say
me.
always find his wife's. He said always find the spot.
I really thought that's what you were going to say. I was like, damn, Jeff.
I got this for you, Blake.
I had some others, but I didn't write them down.
All I was going to say
Honey,
is
good
not,
news. Jeff's coming over tonight.
Good thing he has that super mundane power.
Just think how many lives of men I could change with that super mundane power.
Hold on.
They had
The
it.
problem is always like, oh, there it is. You just walk away.
right there. I see it. There's day.
Jeff will be up in the bedroom in a second. He's counting jelly beans in a jar. Hold on.
I drove all this way for this.
You could have stayed at home and got interrupted.
Just FaceTime me next time.
I thought I was doing the world of women a favor, but apparently, yeah, from the male perspective. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There it is. There you go. See you later. All right.
Okay.
I tried.
Why do I feel like I was getting insulted there?
You actually weren't.
Oh.
No, you weren't. Blake was. Good news is Dean Cain's coming on next week to talk about this episode, so be ready.
I mean, that segment was not bold or brave, guys. And Dean Cain's going to let us know.
All I wanted to say was that I think not getting a hangover is not super mundane. That is very important.
Yeah, well,
I think
a lot. Yeah,
exactly. I think that would be like one of the best superpowers, better than most superheroes' superpowers.
I could actually be a functioning alcoholic.
I had a pretty bad hangover this morning.
I had one last Saturday.
Yeah, but imagine if you had
After your party.
But see, if you're
your
able
sister's party.
if you're able to turn water into wine and then not getting a hangover either. I mean, those are two combined. I mean,
You don't get 2 powers.
Yeah, I know.
You just get 1.
You're not Jesus.
Or think about it: turn water into wine, ladies, and always being able to find the G spot.
You know, this time last week we were done with the episode.
Yeah, I was on my way home. 9:40.
All right, I'll speed it up here,
Please do.
just like any other man. Let me just speed it up so I can finish.
Not for Jeff.
Oh, great. Now we got Kevin's comment. Human rain delay.
That means it's time for listener reviews from Kevin
It's
at Cincy Explorer.
listener reviews.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Watched No Time to Die. The opening sequence is one of the best in the series. Acting and overall story were good along with the score and cinematography. The weakness is the villain, as I felt like I was watching a poor MCU villain than a Bond adversary. At times, the script felt rushed. 7.8 out of 10.
I got a little confused there for a second because I think I would rather watch a poor MCU villain than most Bond villains.
It's time for you to die, Mr. Bond.
I mean, there's been some pretty
So
shitty Bond
is
villains.
it like a
in the-
homeless villain? Is that what we're going with here?
Why?
A poor MC? Is it just like a homeless guy?
I like it better when Blake interrupted you.
When I need to interrupt, I fail.
Wow.
Okay.
I really don't need to drive an hour for this shit.
No, you do. You do. Because I don't want Gary back.
Intern abuse. All right. And finally, from
Thanks,
Professor...
Kevin.
Oh, I see what you did there. From Professor Number One at Doctor Number One, when Urban Meyer coached at Ohio State, was it Blake's job to gyrate on him? No, I tried to do that, but the alum usually paid professionals for that. However, when I offered that service for the Green Room for the Comic Expo, which eventually got me banned from the podcast here for a couple of weeks, I was willing to sacrifice myself on John Barrowman so I could get to Felicia Day. But, Andrew,
John Barrowman is very sexy.
Yeah, he was. He was looking pretty sexy that day. But Andrew, I got kicked out, and you know how it works from there.
Well, that's because John Barrowman said the one who's gyrating against me is the wrong one.
Where's Justin?
Where's Justin?
Bring Justin in here.
He did like Justin. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I was trying to offer a free
quite
service
dreamy.
here. I don't understand.
Jeff, just give me a News of the Geek. We're not pausing. Let's just keep going.
Go.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Hey, Brian, give me a better News of the Geek, would you?
No.
You can't. There isn't such thing as a better one.
Did you have enough stories this week?
You just
go
wanted
through?
to. You just
No,
wanted to
I don't
interrupt
have
him
enough
again.
stories. Keep going. I complained that I did not have enough news stories last week because there were shitty news stories.
Then he picks the two longest ones.
And Jim gave me like 18.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
In like a half an hour.
I appreciate that.
5 paragraphs for the first one.
Hey!
Making us all look
You already
bad.
did your segment, okay?
9 paragraphs for the second.
You did your segment. Shut up. God. Welcome to the Blake Show. I haven't been here in 3 weeks because of my own choice. I gotta talk.
It was his choice to get suspended?
Well, he did the gyrating.
Well, it wasn't my choice to get suspended.
It was your choice to gyrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Per Newser, where Brian gets all of his news from, teachers groups, local authorities, and law enforcement continue to warn against the newest supposed TikToks challenge, one that involves hitting teachers, but social media platform is now saying it doesn't think the dare originated on TikTok.
Oh, thank God TikTok is just trying to sweep it away.
Yeah.
Not like, people, this is stupid, don't do it. Oh, no, it didn't start here.
Teachers in Missouri and South Carolina are among those who have reportedly been the victims of the Slap a Teacher Challenge, which is said to involve students sneaking up from behind an unlucky educator and doing just that. Now, 2 more incidences. The first in Louisiana, where authorities say a high school student punched a disabled 64-year-old English teacher several times. What? Go fuck yourself.
Several times. That's not even the challenge.
Knocking her to the ground per the New York Times.
It's slap a teacher, not beat the shit out of your teacher.
The student at Covington High School, 18-year-old Lariana Jackson, is now facing felony battery charges. I'm sure she has a bright future after this.
Oh, she waited till she was 18 to do this
That makes it better.
That's perfect. Adult.
Teacher was treated at local hospital for arm and head injuries and released. The second incident, officials with Massachusetts Braintree Public School says a district employee was assaulted, though further details weren't given to NBC Boston. The student could end up being expelled. You think? That shouldn't even be up for debate.
It shouldn't say could be end up being expelled. Say we are expecting the student to be expelled when we are finished with our whatever we
Investigation.
have to do. Yeah.
TikTok, though, taking the... Hey, you've had your segment!
I was going to say, I don't support zero tolerance, but I would in this situation.
Yes.
I've informed all of my teachers' friends that they should start a slap a student challenge in response.
I like it.
I wanted punch a student in the throat challenge.
Oh, yeah, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Okay. TikTok says there's no such challenge. No. At least not on TikTok. This, quote, this alleged challenge would violate our policies.
So would trying to climb up milk crates.
Or getting shot while climbing milk crates. Don't do that either. But the reality is that we have not found related content on our platform. And most people appear to be learning about the offline dare from sources other than TikTok. How the fuck are they finding this out offline? There's no kid in America that's doing anything offline anymore.
I found about it offline.
From me. Thank you.
I mean, I heard about it. I did not read about it online. Someone told me about it, so.
Did you just poke me?
I did the January.
Oh, we're getting there. Let's see. Slap a Teacher Challenge emerged in mid-September after an Idaho school resource officer included it as part of a Facebook post that warned of upcoming TikTok challenges by month. The officer tells Insider he originally saw the list in a private Facebook group. What private Facebook group are you in that they're doing?
So then wouldn't that be a Facebook challenge?
Yeah. Also included on the list is mess up a toilet / vandalize the restroom at school, which was a challenge shut down on TikTok in September, as well as jab a breast, set for January. Just jabbed your breast. And make a mess in the courtyard of a cafeteria in March. TikTok called the Slap a Teacher Challenge an insult to educators everywhere. Thanks, TikTok, for taking that high road.
That's a sinister North Korea plot to destroy our civilization via TikTok challenges.
I'm totally doing this March
Chinese.
challenge in your backyard, Jason.
Make a mess in the courtyard or cafeteria?
Yep.
Who comes up with this shit, by the way? I mean, serious.
Yeah,
Who comes up with this stupid shit?
Dean Cain.
Okay,
Dean Cain.
I was about to say, you found out it was me. I just posted this to a private Facebook group, and it got out of hand.
How come Dean Cain couldn't ride a horse instead of Christopher Reeve?
Is this why the whistleblower came forth?
Wow!
This is why the whistleblower came forth. She
Yeah.
saw the TikTok challenges originating on Facebook.
Per Fox News, where Jim gets his news from, Denise Richards' husband is equally as upset as she is about the recent drama between her and her ex, Charlie Sheen. Last Monday, a judge ruled that after one of their daughters moved in with Sheen, 56, he's only 56, he would no longer be required to pay child support to Richards, who's 50.
That makes sense if he's...
They have two daughters though.
Which one is posting glam shots now online?
We're getting there. Denise Richards' husband, Pfeiffer's, I don't know if that's his first name or last name, or nor do I care.
Maybe that's his only name.
I am Pfeiffer's.
He's a mononym.
Is that the butler, Mr. Pfeiffer's? Mr. Pfeiffer's.
Sounds like a bad Saturday Night Live skit. Mr. Pfeiffer's.
Peepers.
Yes, Peeper.
That was a bad Saturday Night Live skit.
So Pfeiffer's is still reeling from the development as well.
Reeling.
He, quote, He's heartbroken because Denise is heartbroken that Charlie is pulling this after all she has done for him. He's upset because he doesn't have money coming in.
That's exactly
I'm
right.
really sorry too, honey. Wait, we don't have any money? What? Fuck it.
Well, the big thing is in this court case, Sheen had it numerous continuances.
Yeah.
Until he found a time when she was out of the state filming.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she wasn't even at the court case when they were at the court hearing.
And she couldn't get her lawyer to get a continuance?
I guess not.
She's got a bad lawyer.
She got a bad lawyer.
I would say that's kind of on Denise Richards. She should know that she's not an actress. Why is she trying to act?
That's why she needs a child support.
It's actually Charlie Sheen in a mustache. He showed up. I have an acting gig for you. Oh, really? Do I have to say Newfoundland?
You have to leave the country.
The court ruled that the children should move in with Charlie now? Is that what it is?
No. One of them moved in with Charlie Sheen because there's too many rules and restrictions at Denise Richards' house.
Yes, because quote.
But is that her choice?
That's her choice.
Quote, everything.
Doesn't the court say who she has to live with?
No, they have joint
okay.
custody and
quote, everything is a big party. There's no homework, ice cream and movies. Are they 7? And staying up late.
Yeah, it's like Tuesday night at the Brigger house.
Yes.
Every time I show up, every kid has an ice cream sandwich.
That's true. They don't get bedtime cookies. They get
Ice cream
ice cream cookie.
And all
Their
we
ice
do
cream
is
day.
eat Oreos and Pez.
There isn't the same structure going on over there. It's a lot more fun than staying at home and finishing school and doing normal activities with friends. The one daughter did drop out of high school.
yes, and Charlie, I'm trying to think what he tweeted or something.
I got you here. I got you. Let's see here. Sorry. He goes, this is about his daughter. I love her and all my children unconditionally. We're having a ball. GED, here we come.
Wow.
So Charlie's making good life choices lately.
The other daughter only goes to stay with Charlie when Denise is
She
out
needs
of town.
drugs.
Yeah.
And she's okay with doing homework and studying.
Jim, you know way too much. Are you Pfeiffers? Are you really Pfeiffers?
Yes.
You know who Pfeiffer should probably confide in?
Peepers?
Dean Cain.
Good call. Good call.
Well,
you know
everyone
what?
should
They should
confide.
probably do some horseback riding, actually. That might help.
Jason, these articles I sent you, I did read.
I know. I'm impressed. Quickies. That's what Blake says. Per WLWT, where
There it is.
There it is.
per WLWT, where Doug gets all his
Things
news.
that could have been an email.
Pete Rose will make the first bet at the newly rebranded Cincinnati's Hard Rock Casino.
Bet. You said
You know?
bet?
He will make the first bet.
Yeah, it sounded like you said bed. I just imagined Pete Rose making a bed.
What famous musician's bed is in the casino?
Jimi Hendrix. Probably
Just asking
Bootsy,
which one he's making.
Pete Rose will make it.
Bootsy Collins, Cincinnati. Anyways, Pete Rose will make his first bet at the newly rebranded
He's been betting his entire life.
No.
He's not just making his first bet now.
at the newly rebranded Cincinnati's Hard Rock Casino during its grand opening celebration on October 29th.
Will this World Series still be going on
Yes.
October 29th?
Yeah.
All right.
It
Is
might
he
be
betting
over.
on the World Series?
It could be, yeah.
Is that what he's going to bet on? Baseball?
No, it's not a book.
They don't have a sports book yet in Ohio.
Oh.
Rose will place the inaugural first table bet at the casino.
Oh, table bet. I didn't read that.
Afterward, the 80-year-old Rose will sign an official Hard Rock Casino guitar specifically made for the casino's memorabilia collection. The grand opening ceremony will also include a live performance by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What is this, 1974?
Not the original Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah,
but the
I heard
studio
it was
musicians
just
carrying it.
Earth and
Welcome to Earth.
yeah, just it was Earth and like the descendants of Wind and Fire or something.
The studio musician.
So,
Musicians
public
that
service announcement. If you have a teenage girl, don't go around the Hard Rock Casino October 29th.
You know what is pretty cool about that? I've collected Hard Rock Casino shots from all around the world, so now I can get one for Cincinnati.
Now you can.
There you go. It's cool.
But I'm boycotting.
1997.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to that casino because they're paying Pete
Like
Rose. to come in and
1997
play
cool
some
collector's items are.
bet. Are
falling.
they paying him to do it, or is he just?
I'm
don't know.
sure he has to be getting paid because he doesn't do anything without getting paid for it.
Talk about they're going to pay him, and then he's just going to put it back into the casino. It's not like,
Put it all on red.
yep.
He's gonna take the money he gets from Hard
Because he
Rock,
only bets on the Reds.
and then he's gonna drive across the border to Indiana to the sports book out there, and then go bet on some dumb shit.
Can we all say fuck him? Fuck him.
Fuck him.
So does he have to actually bet on red now? Isn't that the thing to do?
Wesley Snipes told me bet on black.
Yeah, that's why Pete Rose isn't going to
Jeez.
follow Wesley Snipes.
That's true. That's true.
Confusing.
The good thing the casino did do is it did ban Pac-Man Jones from it.
All right.
He's not allowed in any casinos in Ohio or Indiana now.
It's a shame. Seems like an upstanding guy.
But
Jeff,
he is raising Chris Henry's kids.
Yeah, he did.
That is true.
He did legally
That is
adopt
true.
Chris Henry's
That's
kids,
true.
which is awesome. And he started a sports like a training facility out in like Claremont County.
Okay.
Doing very well with it.
Let's do some box office news and world reports. Jeff, I'll sing you in. Box office news and world report with Jeff.
Please don't ever do that again.
Box office news and world reports with Jeff.
He just said, "Don't do it again."
I didn't mean that song. I meant all singing.
Oh.
What did I just say?
Gummy bears.
All right. October 1st, 2021 through October 3rd, 2021, number one at the box office was No Time to Die. It made $56 million in its opening weekend on a $250 million budget.
It's already at $230 million, I think, worldwide.
Ooh.
They did say it was okay numbers, but they were hoping for 70 to 80 million. So they weren't disappointed, but they thought this could be.
They weren't disappointed, but they were disappointed.
They were disappointed Venom made more in the first week.
Venom is number two this week. Venom: Let There Be Carnage made $32 million, a total of $142 million on a $110 million budget.
Okay.
Number three this week, Addams Family 2 made $10 million, a total of $31 million on a $25 million budget. And that just includes the box office, not the
Video on demand.
video on demand. So go Addams Family. Shang-Chi made another $4.2 million, a total of $212.5 million on a $150 million budget.
Well deserved.
And apparently something Blake was excited to talk about. The Many Saints of Newark made $1.5 million, a total of $7.5 million on a $50 million budget.
Sorry, you can't talk about it because Brian talked about it last week, and fuck you. Brian, yeah!
Yeah.
I got your back, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome back, Blake. I missed you.
So upcoming, October 15th, 2021. Did we miss a week in there? No. No.
Maybe the dates are wrong.
The dates for the box office were wrong. Brian,
Sorry, that's my bad.
now I got to go back and change those dates.
I was very consumed with Dean Cain.
Oh, I can see that. I'll forgive you.
Really got my dates screwed up.
Yes, upcoming. So that wasn't October 1st through the 3rd. That would have been October 8th through the 10th. Okay. Now upcoming on the 15th.
And I also did misspell this as well.
Oh, it's not the Laws Duel?
No, it's The Last Duel.
Oh.
You know what, Brian? You're kind of slipping down there.
The last duel.
You know what?
I
thought
actually
it was a
really
city
want to
in
see this.
California or something.
Well, the last duel. King Charles VI declares that Knight Jean de Carroz settle his dispute with his squire by challenging him to a duel.
Nice.
Matt Damon, Adam Driver.
King Charles VI of what?
That doesn't say.
Okay.
The movie is literally 16 minutes. There's the duel. Done.
Adam Driver, Matt Damon, Jodie Comer, Ben Affleck.
Adam Driver has a lightsaber in it. Matt Damon does not. Spoilers. Adam
William
Driver.
Houston.
Okay.
Oliver
So it's like
Cotton.
Ben Affleck, like the corner man for Matt Damon or something in this duel.
You could do it. You could do it, man. I'm Ben Affleck. I'm Batman.
And
How about them apples?
what Jason is looking forward to, looking forward to, Halloween Kills.
The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode continues in the next thrilling chapter of the Halloween series. But we should probably cancel it because they killed firefighters.
We'll get to that next week in the news. I will be sitting down at
Maybe they might actually edit it out of the movie because
Fuck them. They better not. I will be sitting down at 9 p.m. on Friday night and sitting down and turning this on and watching it. Turning my phone off. Putting the kids outside. Wife is outside.
Dog stays inside.
Dog stays inside. Dog stays inside.
And he's going to pee on Jason.
I want to pee on you. Pee on you.
Did you change the name of your dog to R. Kelly?
I did.
You have a new dog?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Shut up. Good job, Jeff. Thanks.
why, thank you.
Since you didn't like my singing, would you like to do a top 5 song?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just going straight into. I was going to say we're going straight in without a song.
What's this week? It's a top 5. Something new and going. Jab a breast.
Didn't I tell him to not do that anymore?
Jab a breast or sing?
November is Slap a Podcaster month.
So you guys witnessed that? So when I file a sexual
Harassment
assault
suit. Or, yes.
against Jason, there he goes again!
I rubbed it that time.
It's not any better.
Quite hard. Your nipple is quite hard.
Well, it's like 11 degrees in here, man.
You didn't ask for permission.
I mean, Blake is wearing the hockey sweater.
That's true.
So, you know.
It's cold.
God, you're all
Warm
wusses.
up.
What do we got top 5 this week, Jeff?
We've got top 5 Stan Lee cameos.
Not from the Cameo website.
Well, then I have to change my list.
I knew somebody was going to do that.
The one Jonathan got his brother Ted.
Blake, welcome back. You're number 5.
Top 5 Stan Lee cameos. That one where he was in a funny scene.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right. Well, my
Wait till
number
you hear my next 4.
my number 5 Stan Lee cameo was from Captain America: Civil War. The famous "Are you Tony Stank" line.
That would be... Hold on. That would be my number 5 as well.
All right.
Mailman, Tony Stark.
That's an honorable mention.
Number 5 for you, Jim.
It'd be Pretzel Day.
Pretzel Day.
Oh, Stanley Hudson. No, Stan.
Good one, Jim.
Nice job,
No,
Jim.
I'm actually going to go with his cameos. 3 separate times he did the voice of himself in The Simpsons.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Simpson.
Big news here, guys.
Thinking out the box. I like
2
it.
pounds of Pez have just been ordered for the Pop Studios. It will be here Thursday. It may be here still on Tuesday when you record next week. Just letting you guys know.
Just have to hide it.
Yes. Brian.
My number 5 is in Daredevil. When he's not paying attention and he steps off the sidewalk and he just like taps him in the chest with his cane.
The
So he
original
doesn't-
movie?
Yeah, so he doesn't
Good
get
call.
hit by the bus.
Yep.
The kid Daredevil, not
Yeah.
the terrible Ben Affleck adult
Yes.
Daredevil.
What's your number 4, Brian?
Let's see. Number 4 is in Winter Soldier. He's the security guard who thinks he's going to get fired when the Captain America suit gets stolen.
Yes.
Oh man, am I going to get fired?
Number 4 for you, Jim?
I'll go The Princess Diaries 2. He's a wedding guest.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for him. Number 4 for me.
I can agree with Princess Diaries too, because it's the only Princess Diaries movie I saw. So.
I like her friend. Drunk Stan Lee in Age of Ultron when he's the military hero and
At the party.
Yeah, and they're carrying him out. That's my number 4. Jim or Jeff, whatever your name is.
My number 4 is in WandaVision. It's not actually Stan Lee himself, but they give a nod to him on her license plate. They put his birthday as her license plate number.
Oh, that's nice.
So I like something after his passing where they still are going to honor him.
I gotcha.
Those Easter eggs.
Yep.
Blake, number 4.
My number 4 was Stan Lee, that one where he acted like he was surprised.
Oh.
Was that surprised or shocked?
Both.
Surprise.
Okay.
Well, shocked is number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3?
No, actually tied. For my number 4.
Oh, shocked and surprised?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But number
Stunned.
3, that one where he was he didn't know what was actually going on.
It's a good one.
Like all this stuff happening around him, and he doesn't know.
Like
what's happening.
Spider-Man when he has the headphones on in the
You
library.
mean my number 3, Amazing Spider-Man? When he has the headphones going on and Spider-Man and the lizard are fighting in the back, and
Let's
he
never talk about the lizard again.
But that was my third favorite Stan Lee cameo because you saw it going on, but you were just listening to the music in his headphones.
My number 3 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse when Miles is buying the costume, the Spider-Man costume, and he goes, "What happens if it doesn't fit? It always fits." Just the cartoon version. Number 3 for you, Jim.
Number 3 would be his showing up as Stan Lee in the second last season of Entourage.
Oh, Entourage.
Yeah, what was that? Season 7 or something?
Yeah, I think.
Brian, number 3.
Number 3 for me, when he shows up in Deadpool as the MC in the strip club.
Yeah, like that one.
Is it Chastity? I'm trying to remember who he was welcoming to the stage.
Songs don't play for themselves. Play for themselves. Number 2.
Number 2 for me, when he played himself in the Frankie Muniz film Pizza Room.
Pizza Room?
Or no, Pizza Man. Pizza Man. Is it Pizza Room?
Pizza Man.
Pizza Man.
2011.
Damn IMDb, make that larger type.
Too bad Frankie Muniz doesn't remember it.
Number 2 for you. I don't even know what to say about that, Brian.
I just said what it was.
Okay. It was a Pizza Man.
Yeah, Pizza Man. Okay. He played himself. Stan Lee played Stan Lee in Pizza Man.
Brian.
So he wasn't the titular Pizza Man?
No.
No.
That was
In
Frankie.
the movie Pizza-Roo,
Did you say
right?
jab a tit?
Nope, I did not.
Slap a Podcaster month is coming up, guys.
Number 2 for you, Jim.
Number 2, I hobied this. It's he plays Stan Lee in a season 5 episode of Chuck.
Oh, I never watched Chuck. I missed
And
that.
he plays Dr. Generalissimo Lee in a season 5 episode of Eureka.
I've never watched Eureka, so I missed that one too.
Number 2 for me is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The astronaut talking to the Watcher on this planet. Then there was this one time I was a mailman.
Hey, where's everybody going?
That was one of my favorites. Number 2 for you.
Number 2 for me is Captain Marvel. When he is riding on the bus, reading the script to, and since the movie takes place in the 90s, a up-and-coming movie that Stan Lee is going to make a cameo in, reading the script to Mallrats.
Yep. Number 1 for you, or 2 for you, Blake?
My number 2 one was that one where he said something wise.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 was that one where he was already dead, but they still put him in a movie anyways.
Wow. Man.
Well, my number 1, like Blake's number 2, where the one he says something wise, I chose Mallrats.
My number 1 as well.
My number 1 as well.
My number 1 also.
It's just because I think that's the first time we were at 4.
Wow.
4
Put it on the
tied.
board. I think that was fun because you just didn't expect it. That's why I like he showed up. You're like, hey, that's Stan Lee.
I love the story behind it. Kevin Smith didn't expect it.
Right.
Well, he was signing at the store down the block, in the mall, so... And that kid was on the escalator again.
Kids on that fucking escalator.
Kevin Smith, he was talking to the guy who was producing the movie or whatnot, and he's like, I don't understand this character because he wrote a fictionalized version of Stan Lee, and it's like I don't understand exactly what this character is. And he's like, well, it's supposed to be representing people like Stan Lee, comic book creator, and he's like, well, then why don't we get Stan Lee? It's like, we can do that. It's like, let me make a few calls.
My honorable mention was Big Hero 6. He's the dad of Fred.
Fred, that's right.
My honorable mentions are season 2 episode of Heroes, and like a season, I'm not even sure, like later on in Big Bang Theory.
He was in Heroes?
Made a cameo in season 2. You know, the worst season.
I think I quit
That was the
watching
best
season
thing about
2.
season 2.
The writer's strike might have been the best thing about it. Well, actually not, because then it really changed everything up.
I had Iron Man 2 when Tony Stark misplaces him for Larry King.
I had Iron Man 1 where Tony Stark called him Hugh Hefner.
We do have, let's see here. Trying to see if we have any responses. I think we do.
I know we do. I saw them.
Yeah, we did. I got to find them. I'm not
I know
prepared.
Doug put one out there.
Let's see.
Bookmark days.
I should have bookmarked them. Okay, we did have one from John Burke. He had the FedEx Tony Stank.
Tony Stank.
Tony Stank. Let's see here. I actually got it right now. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Let's see here.
Boy, I wonder why it took so long, this episode.
Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies said, I don't want to go back through all of them, but the top 2 are definitely Tony Stank and Mallrats. Doug had number 5, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I forgot he was in that.
There's a lot of things to forget about the reboot.
Big Hero 6, Princess Diaries 2, Mallrats, and, like Brian, Daredevil movie, not the series. Let's see here. Kevin at Cincy Explorer had Avengers Age of Ultron. That's what I had. The Amazing Spider-Man, Jim. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Mallrats, and Spider-Man 3. Let's see here. Venom, Endgame, and the Avengers Deleted Scene cameo. So there you go. And that was all I think I could find for right now.
Did you check Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought I saw a response on Facebook, but
Yep.
maybe not.
Then there's Yoga Hosers when he played the dispatcher.
Yoga hosers.
I would have said the original Blade, but apparently his cameo was cut from the movie, so...
Bad idea of the week. Number 892, Blade 3. Good job, Jeff.
What?
Yeah.
Blade 3 was the best of the Blade movies that I saw.
Had Triple H and a dog.
And Ryan Reynolds in his first comic book movie.
Okay, fine. Blade.
Stephen Dorff wasn't in it, so that was good.
Okay, Blade. 892, Blade.
Stephen Dorff.
I actually like the second and third one better than the first one.
I really thought it was going to be slapping a teacher.
Bad idea number...
12.
We already had 12.
13.
We had 13. 23. Slapping a teacher. Don't fucking do it. If they slap
kids.
kids, you young whippersnappers, get off my lawn. Damn you. Old man yells at Sky.
Oh, hey, did you guys see that Clint Eastwood's racist? Did you guys see that?
This is
There was a
something
whole
new.
movie about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, so I was totally off. But I saw a thing on Twitter where I guess in like the 70s, it was right around, because with Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, like I guess in some award show in the 70s, he was mocking an Indian lady who was giving a speech at an award thing.
Oh.
So now, like, all of a sudden, the internet is really upset because he's racist.
I don't think Clint Eastwood remembers that.
Oh, no, no chance he does, but...
Of course he's a racist. He's a Republican.
Hey!
Considering what he did for indigenous people,
apologize
the
to
outlaw
Republicans.
Josie Wales and the actors and the
was a
language
joke
that they
he
use from there. I find that interesting.
Okay, well, this went down on a note. Thanks, Brian.
Okay,
No,
well, then I'll
so-
say bad
no.
idea number 812.
We still have a joke coming.
Yeah.
Is finding Blake's wife's G-spot.
There it is.
Found it. Brian, you got a joke?
I do. Hang on one second.
Hey, I wonder why episode's long, Jim. Yeah, jeez. Still waiting.
Kind of thought the joke was going to come after the closing song.
Be the
but-
first joke Brian tells all night.
Well, we can do that again. We can tell more than one.
Okay.
Oh, titles for the show.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jeff.
there's like
Oh, wait,
50
oh.
of them.
Yes, Brian.
What did the carpenter say when he finished building his house?
I don't know, Brian. What did the carpenter say when he finished building his house?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Titles for the show. I have bedtime cookies.
I had bedtime cookies.
And bedtime cookie.
Party in the pants. It's just garbage. It takes effort. I don't know what this one was, but I just wrote human. I don't know why. I drove all the way for this, and that's all I had.
I have, there it is.
I do like that.
I had there it is also.
Anything else?
Oh, I had Joyce DeWitt in color. I drove all this way for this. This was not bold nor brave. Welcome to the Blake Show. There it is. And I am Fipers.
Oh, Viper. Okay. Brian?
Let's see. I had bedtime cookie, Joyce DeWitt in color, give the witch a spinoff. I'll find your wife's G-spot. You could just FaceTime me next time. I really don't have to drive an hour for this shit.
But you do.
Please don't do that again. Yeah, that's all I had wrote down.
So what we got? I like to give the witch a spinoff, but I do like there it is.
There it is.
Because we did talk about that.
I like bedtime
Bedtime cookies,
I
we
like
all
Give
had.
the Witch a spin-off. I'm chuckling every time I hear Give the Witch a spin-off.
It is October.
Okay, give the witch a spinoff. There we go. There it is. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, Brian.
Did you know someone stole all my lamps?
Why would someone do that?
You know, you'd think I'd be upset by that, but actually, I'm delighted.